Final Fantasy XV originally came out on November 29th, 2016 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One more than 2 years ago. It re-released on PC on March 6th, 2018. And the whole reception on this game has been pretty consistent, with the official reviews giving 80s across the board. But the fan reception has definitely been mixed, some loving it, some hating it, and some in the middle. As you can see from the title of this video, this won't be a review of the game, but how this game has changed my mindset when it comes to video games. Let me set the picture. Ever since I had seen this game since its original and later debuts, I always thought this game looked really cool. Noctis's character design and how he was teleporting all around with his swords. It was just really awesome. And as someone who, at that time, hadn't played almost zero turn-based games, I was glad that it was more of an action RPG type of game. Now jump to December 26th, 2016. I had a whole bunch of cash from Christmas and really wanted to play Final Fantasy XV because it had already been out for almost a month, so I had already seen some gameplay about its release. So I went to GameStop and purchased a PlayStation 4 Pro and with Final Fantasy XV. My GameStop even had a deal where Final Fantasy XV was on sale if you had purchased it with a PS4 Pro, so it was a win-win. I got home and instantly hooked it up and got everything all set up. I then dived headfirst into the world of Final Fantasy XV, which is really exciting since this was my first Final Fantasy game I ever played. I did own Final Fantasy X too, but I was a dumb kid and didn't know how to save, and I would just end up dying and then the game would restart. So that doesn't count. So what I experienced with Final Fantasy XV was, to me, a very beautiful game with a combat system, while very simple, was still satisfying, and characters that I absolutely loved, and characters that were pretty boring, all culminating into a game that changed my view on video games. So some history. Up to that point, I still really enjoyed video games, but I was having less and less fun with them as time went on. I would constantly buy games that I only thought looked cool. I would play them for an hour and then I would stop and never touch them again. The reason I would do this is because I was buying games purely for the hype of getting a new game, and the game wouldn't be able to meet the expectation and excitement of getting a new game. So I would eventually get bored of it and stop playing. One of the particular games was Shadow Warrior. It looked cool, but ultimately I was just getting it to feel that excitement of getting a new game. Not to mention my life during that point was pretty shitty, so overall it sucked. But then I played Final Fantasy XV. It was my first AAA game I had played in a while, and it was so unique to what I was playing at that time. I was absolutely blown away. I really resonated with the four main characters, as when I was playing the game, I actually felt the connection as if I was Noctis. I mean, this is what video games and a whole bunch of media does. You get invested and immersed into a game, and you feel like you're a part of that world. The quality that the game had shown me and the type of experiences I was missing flooded my mind. Playing this game reinvigorated my love for video games. I thought to myself as I was playing, this is why I play video games, to get connected to worlds and characters, to feel attached to something. I'm not just playing this game to push buttons and control a character. I play this video game because they're worlds separated from our own, crafted with such meticulous detail that make the worlds feel real. I had never felt this way before. The feeling of being in a depression to suddenly feel alive and full of life, it was amazing to me. It made me want to try so many new things. It made me want to try more Final Fantasy games. Now, obviously, like I said, this isn't a review, and this game is far from perfect. I realize that. The underdeveloped story and characters, the combat being super simple with little to no ways of improvising and uniqueness to what you do, the sometimes barren overworld with really nothing to do except drive and fight some monsters. But even with all of these flaws, I can truly say that this game opened my eyes to a world that I had thought was all about to fade away. This game truly made me love video games again.